Hi family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl here, Oxengile Wakwa Nakani Kokela. If you are new to this channel, I wanna welcome you, my darling. Welcome. And please don't forget to press the red button, that subscribe button, right? And click the notification bell so that every time I post, you are notified. And to the returning subscribers, thank you so much, my darling, for coming back. I really appreciate y'all. So guys, in today's video, I'm speaking about how I got my working from home or auditing international clients job, right? So basically what I do, I work from home 24/7, guys. Work from home 24/7, and I audit international clients. For example, I'll make an example. Maybe I'll audit in a client that's in the US or UK, Australia, or wherever in the world. Like basically I'm auditing internationally. So that is my job, like at the moment. So I just want to share how I got that. If you really want that international exposure but don't really want to move from South Africa, I'm not 100% sure if there are vacancies, but I did see that there may be vacancies in one of the companies that I'm speaking about. And unfortunately, I can't name the companies here, right, for confidentiality and protecting the companies, right? But if you are interested in this, you can DM me on Instagram or on LinkedIn, right? And I will not give you a job. I don't have that much power. I'm just gonna let you know like which companies I'm referring to, so that maybe if you are interested, you can apply, right? So this is a story time, guys. I'm gonna tell you what happened that led to me actually going and applying to this job. And if you are not interested in that part, you can skip. So yeah, let me start so that the video is not long. Basically, guys, I was in third year and I was minding my own business, busy with competencies. Like, guys, I was drowning. I was just trying to survive. And then September happened. At the end of September, my director spoke to me and was like, girl, there ain't space for you in this company. I'm joking, guys, he didn't say that, but he just did let me know that in the current office that I was based, there may not be a space for me. I did my articles in a medium firm, so space capabilities there can be a situation. So it tells me that, look, in this branch that you are in, there is no availability because of the size of the office, but I can move you to another office. And I was like, oh, okay, you can move me there, but he was like, only if there is space. So I was like, sure. That time my heart is racing, my heart is like cuckoo, cuckoo. So when he told me in September, it was late that time for me to even think. At that point, I was supposed to have had like an offer by then. But no, your girl was just relaxing. No? So guys, don't be like Tongile. Moral of the story, don't be like Tongile. But it's fine. After he told me, guys, did I not panic? I went at the BNB because I remember at that point we were out of town, and I went at the BNB and I edited my CV. I actually started doing my CV. I didn't even have a CV. I didn't have a CV. So I did my CV, and the next day the girl now starts applying. I think the first job that I applied to, like one of the first jobs that I applied to, was one of the companies. So I'm speaking about the two companies, right? You guys, if you're in audit, you will know them, that have been taking a lot of auditors from South Africa. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of companies speak about these. So one of the companies, which is popular, right? But at that time, when I applied to them, I didn't know anything about them. I just went to LinkedIn and I looked for audit jobs, I looked for accounting jobs, and I found them, right? And when I found them, okay, I applied. I didn't even understand like the process that they were talking about. I was like, I'm just applying, those bulk applying. So after I think after a day or two, they got back to me to say, I need to schedule an interview. So I was shocked. Guys, in South Africa, when you apply for a job on a Monday, like in January, you will get a response in February. You'll get a response in February. So there is no way that I will apply on a Monday and on a Wednesday they're telling me to book an interview, and I don't know of this company. I've never heard of them. So I'm like, hi man, these guys must be scammers. So that's what I think, guys. And that's where I was wrong. So I was like, okay, these guys are scammers. These guys want to scam me. Fine, I book my interview. Long story short, I booked my interview, and then I go to the interview. First of all, I never prepared, because in my mind I'm thinking that these guys are gonna scam me, and I had never heard about that company before, ever, 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 ever. And yeah, I booked my interview. I then went to the company, and I was looking dodgy, number one, because I'm thinking I'm gonna see a scammer behind that screen. Little did I know, yo guys. Little did I know that I had sabotaged my whole process by doing that. But it's fine. God's will, guys. I always say God's will. So I go to that interview, and then I'm looking at that lady, and she was so professional. And I could see that, hi man, this and must not be a scam. But I'm going there, and then she asked me technical questions. Guys, I was blank. I was blank. I answered things there. I was like, hi, gig. I'm so afraid. Like, not even afraid. I'm ashamed of the things that I answered in that interview. But guys, give me like a break. It was my first interview after 3 years. So it made sense. It was going to go down in flames. It did go down in flames. So after the interview, here I am, the the that is supposed to be smart is only now trying to investigate about this company after the interview. After I know that I've failed it, now I go and investigate about this company. I try following people who work in that company to ask, is this company for real? I actually start now seeing the post that the company was making on LinkedIn. But unfortunately, because I was not following people, right, who worked there, I didn't see anything about that company in my LinkedIn profile. That's why, guys, it's crucial for you to follow a lot of people in different companies, in different sectors, so that you are able to get news daily, so that you are able to expand your horizon as well. So, fine, the interview is over. I'm busy Googling. I'm searching. I'm like, yo, I messed up, guys. I messed up. But as I said before, God's will, right? Fine. I then search. By God's grace now, I think after like a few weeks, by God's grace, I see the company that I work in, right? I then read about it, but then I'm like, you know what, before I even apply here, before I do anything here, I will go and research about this company. I will go and follow people who work in this company. I will go into the DMs and I will DM them. They will know who Tongile is before I even go there. Fine, I DM'd this guy who was very helpful, guys. I spoke to him and I asked him a lot of things. I actually realized that the company was actually like real. It was for real, like it was legit. And then I started seeing people who had worked at the company that I was in, who had gone there. So I was like, okay, this actually exists. It's not like a scam. The way that I thought it was for company number one. So then company number two, I then applied on the company website. I was called for an interview and I went to the interview. And when I say, you remember I said to you, God's grace and God's favor and God's plan. So what happened is the interview number one that I had at company number one, right? They were asking me questions there, the technical questions. They were so similar to company number two that I aced it in company number two. So basically, what happened is God prepared me for this company number two by giving me company number one for me to go and get questions and for me to go and prepare and understand that how like interviews are when you are out of articles, because they're no longer the same as when I started articles where I was asked about my hobbies, strengths and weaknesses only. Now it's technical things like how do you audit this, what you understand. When I went for interview for company number two, I prepared, right? Because company number one kind of asked me questions, right? So I kind of prepared based on what company number one asked, and then I went through like some other questions. So I just prepared just to understand, just for me to remind myself of the process of the audit cycle as a whole. So fine, I went, obviously, as I said, they asked questions and they were asking things that company number one had asked. It, not all, but I will say that 70% of the questions that they asked, they were similar to what company number one had asked. They were really similar. When company number two asked me those questions, I was like, yeah, girl was so fast. And oh, before I forget, I looked cute during company number two. I wore my black. I looked confident. I was like, I ain't gonna lose this offer. I was like, I'm not gonna lose this offer. And really, guys, by God's grace, so what happened now is while I was waiting for company number two to reply, right, to whether when are they gonna give me the offer and stuff, I then get a confirmation from my previous company to say that there is space for me in this branch. And I was excited now to say, okay, I'm not going to be unemployed. So I was excited about that. And then boom, company number two comes back. I'm like, from unemployment to two offers. That was very, it was nice, but also stressful, because then you need to understand that even though it was great that company number two came back to me, I was excited and everything, but I also feared, there was a lot of fear with company number two, because you need to understand, I was so familiar with my previous company that I felt like company number two was going to take me out of my comfort zone, which was the reason why I actually ended up choosing them, because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and learn other things as well. I am grateful for the whole process that I went through, because it was during that time where I was told that I may be unemployed that I woke up, to make a plan about my future. It was during that time when I thought I was scammed and I went to an interview and didn't prepare and I failed it. Failed it with capital F. That prepared me to get company number two. It really, like, I always feel, I feel like God prepared me for the position that He wanted me to get. And honestly, I am happy where I am. It was not an easy decision, guys. I don't want to lie, to choose from people that and understand how processes work here, to a company where you don't know anything about it. But I wanted the exposure of international clients. I wanted to just be in a different environment at that time. So that is the reason why I decided to choose company number two, because it gave me that. And sometimes we fear the unknown because we're so comfortable where we are. But I think for me, my comfortability was taken away when I was told that there may not be a position for me, because then that woke me up, guys. It woke me up. So as I said in my previous video, don't be like me. Don't be in a situation where you find in the end, where you are unemployed now, that, oh my gosh, I need to make a plan about my future, because that is where now people choose jobs that are not what they want or what they like fortunately for me now, I enjoy what I do and I enjoy where I am. So I feel like plan your life, as I said in my previous video. Plan what you want. Don't be like me. So I hope you will learn from that. But anyway, that's how it is, guys. So please, if you want such opportunities, apply online. But anyway, guys, all the best to the third years who are going through this journey that I was in last year. I know it's not easy, but you will definitely get what you want and what God has for you. So thank you so much, guys, for watching.